Peace and blessings, black family. This is your brother Asar Allah. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, hotep, Islam. Peace to the black family. Yes, I'm going to start off this build. It's been a minute since I've been on YouTube. I'm going to start this build out like I do every day when I look in the mirror at myself. This is my mantra. I ask myself, who is the original man? And I start a mantra by answering myself. The original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, God of the universe. And I repeat that over and over again. The embedded in my mind, who is the original man? And I repeat this mantra. I like to say today is the 16th. Okay, in the supreme mathematics, the 16th is knowledge, equality, all being born to God. We use the word God, G-O-D. God is the sole controller of his circumference. That's what God is. Meaning God is responsibility. So this is how I see today's math. So in order for me to reach God, in order for me to be the sole controller of my circumference, I have to know. I have to use knowledge. And my knowledge have to be equal to everything in existence. I have to look, listen, and observe. I have to know the layers so I won't fall off the edge into Yakub's trick knowledge and uncivilization. This is what I must do. I must be equal. I must be able to show forth equality through my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Then I will be able to born God, which is the sole controller of you and I versa, the sole controller of my circumference, which is the Asiatic black man. So this goes back to the degree when I ask myself when I look in the mirror, when I ask myself when I'm not looking in the mirror, who is the original man? Is the Asiatic black man. Now we can see this different ways. Why would you say Asiatic? Black man. Now some people may not agree immediately with me using black man because a lot of us deal with nationality. But when I'm talking about black, I'm talking about deeper than nationality. Okay. When I talk about Asiatic, the reason why I'm the Asiatic black man because Asia is the earth. And it denotes it's coming of or coming from. So I'm Asiatic. The Asiatic black man or the Asian black man. Black is the most dominant force in the universe. This is why I say black. It don't have nothing to do with nationality. My nationality is deep. I'm a Moor. So my nationality is deep. Okay. Now what I'm saying when I say black, this is the most dominant force in the universe, which is myself. When I say man, I'm talking about mind. And that's because when you say man, you may see the body. Well, this is just the physical vessel for the man. But the mind is infinite. The mind can do all things. The mind can travel. The mind is universal. This body is limited, but the mind is unlimited. This body is finite, but the mind is infinite. This body is what people would say mortal, but the mind is immortal. So who is the original man? The Asiatic black man. Asiatic stands as the earth. We the first people of the earth. So now we're talking about the physical. Black men, the most dominant force in man, meaning mind. So now you have a triune. The maker. The maker. The black man is the maker. And the reason why we say the black man is the maker, and I say it specifically myself, because all things come from the original blackness. The original blackness, the most dominant force in the universe. All life sparked from blackness. True story. So the Asiatic black man is the maker. And I say, who is the original man, the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner? How is he the owner? That's because if he made it, he owned it. All praises are due to Allah. If he made it, he owned it. So he's the maker and the owner. He's the cream of the planet Earth. The cream of the planet Earth, meaning the richest part, the best part. The black man, woman, and child is the best part of the planet Earth, of the physical existence, or the all physical manifestation that you see. Even if you take cream and put it in a glass of water and it falls to the bottom, if you begin to whip that cream, the cream will rise to the top again. All praises are due to Allah. The black man is the cream of the planet Earth. So who is the original man? The maker, the owner, the cream. The original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization. When you get civilians, when you get the civilization in order, the black man is the father of that. He's the father of that. There's no other father of civilization but the black man, because every civilization come out of the black man, woman, and child, meaning the black nation. When I say man, I mean mine. When I say black, the most dominant force in the universe. When I say Asia, I'm talking about the physical body. The whole planet. And also, the original man is the God, the ruler, the one controls all things, whether he conscious of it or not. He's the sole controller of you and our verse. He's the sole controller of everything in his circumference, whether he knows it or not. He's the God of the universe. Meaning the black man, woman, and child keep the universe operating. What the black man, woman, and child mean? The Asiatic black man, the most dominant force, the mind. So that's my mantra. I say this, and when I say this, it's gives me great responsibility. This caused me to have great responsibility in my community as the Asiatic black man, as a God in my community, as a father in my community. So therefore, I'm a father to everyone in my community. I must represent that, and I must present that. And I must represent that and present that perpetually. All praises are due to Allah. Someone had, plenty of people, not just one person, had an issue with me saying that the black man is God. Some people say, what about the black woman? When I say man, I mean mind. When I say black, what do I mean? I mean the most dominant force in the universe. Okay? So therefore, the black man, woman, and child, in that case, is represent or denotes the black man. And we are the most dominant force that you can see in this universe. There's no more dominant force than the black man, woman, and child. So if the black man is God, the black woman is God, is goddess, the feminine aspect of our creator. The black man's the masculine aspect of our creator. The whole black nation in itself is Allah. Allah meaning all in all. I like to talk because people want to know what is my background, what is my teachings, what do I stand for, what do I believe in, and I want to address these things. And I'm going to say this. I am an autodidacted student of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I am a savant. I am a student of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Okay? I am. And I'm also a student of the teachings of Father Allah. I'm also being raised in the Kemetic sciences. I also practice as a practitioner. I learned from my school at Institute Buddhism and Shivaism. My religious creed is Islam. Buddhism is not a religion. It's an institute of learning. We can make anything a religion. Islam has been given to us as a religion. That's peace with me, because that's what we needed. We as melanated people are religious people by nature. And when someone begins to tell us we're not, we just look within ourselves. We don't have to argue. We don't have to fight. When people ask me, what do I believe in? I don't believe in anything. Another thing I would like us to do is to stop fighting, stop arguing. I see a lot of debating going on. You could debate, you have that right. It's about us uniting. You know, I wanted to say that. And for us to really learn ourselves, our duty is to look within ourselves. We are a meditating people. We must begin to look within and meditate and close those things without and learn that there's nothing without but illusion and everything is within. We must also learn that we are religious people by nature. Our duty is to constantly link together as a people to be one with our Creator. We must look within ourselves to understand our destiny. We must look in within ourselves to know our aim. We must look within ourselves to know our purpose. Other than that, we'll be like leaves blowing in the wind. And the sad situation is that who's blowing the air and what direction is they blowing it in. So we must know our direction. We must know that we are the governors, that we are the leaders, that we are the rulers of the planet Earth. We must know that. This doesn't mean that we rule tyrannically as the devil has ruled. That doesn't mean that. The devil rule is up. His rule is diminishing. Just as his rule has came in play in an insidious way, gradually climbing, his rule is gradually declining. It's time for the righteous to take the seat which they belong in, which is the rulers of the planet Earth. It's time for us to claim this land, even here in America, that belongs to us. I'm not an advocate to say Africa is our only home. Peace, I'm all the way with Africa. And I'm in the understanding through my growth, spiritual growth, through my growth and development, that African is the cradle of civilization. I'm also in the understanding that the whole planet is ours, is our home. The whole planet. We just chose the best part for ourselves, which is the motherland, Africa. To understand, as this part, as these shores, we call this the fatherland. Because we was already here also. This wilderness of North America. We were here. People tell us that there was what you see Indians today. Maybe the complexion of my palm was here. Are the natives of this land. I tell you, through my spiritual growth and development, through my spirituality, where I'm at right now, this day, that's farthest from the truth. To my understanding. Original man. This is the native land for the original land. This is our fatherland. What we call Africa, which is a Kibalan, is our motherland. People say these lands was married. Once upon a time, wasn't your father and mother married? And they spread children throughout the earth. This whole planet that we was taught by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was called Asia. So in that case, you may have a North Asia, South Asia, East Asia, and a West Asia. We chose the best part for ourselves. So us being here in North America, us being here in America, period, this is our land. It's time for us to reclaim our land. And if any of us want to go to the motherland, which is fine. If any of us want to stay in the fatherland, which is fine. Even the parts of the motherland is being claimed by people that's not the original people. Such as what they call the so-called Middle East. Think about that. I will build on that. Remind me, you can email me at 7waliali@gmail.com. I will build on what the Middle East actually means. But that land is all Al-Kibalan, which we call Africa. Okay? So, the Middle East, you have pale skins claiming that that's their home. You have pale skin claiming that Palestine, Jerusalem, Lebanon, Mecca, or Arabia, whole Arabia, Iraq, is theirs. Egypt now, Libya. So now this is farther from the truth. So we have to begin to claim our land and undress the well-dressed lie. Okay. We got parts here in North America, in America, period. They say that they tell you that these certain people was already here to take you away from your history. Know that you was already here. The people try to mix you up using black Indians and different things like that. That can be very confusing. When we use black, we always had nations and tribes. Tribes was dealing with family. Okay, and we have tribes today. But so people can get it easily mixed up when people say this was the Wichita tribe, this was the Cherokee tribe, okay, and different things like this was the Sioux tribe. What must be understood, a tribe is like you having a last name. Okay, so in America, you may have a brother named Muhammad, so his family, that's the Muhammads or the Muhammad tribe. Okay, you may have another one, this is the Ali tribe. You may have another one that this is the Khalid tribe. But all these people may all Khalid, Muhammad, and Ali all may be brothers from the same mother and father. Now we would think they could be cousins. They could be uncles and nephews. We would think, because we hear these different names, how we was programmed, that these are different people. See? All right. So when we have our different tribes here, and people begin to tell you what blacks mixed with Indians, or this is a black Indian, and different things of that nature, they're not talking about the most dominant force in the universe when they using black. When they using black, they talk usually being talked about is someone that don't have a nationality. They came over here through the transatlantic slave trade. Okay. There's documented history through what the whites have done. People say the whites and the Jews. Like there's difference. They're all whites. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I know people say, oh man, don't call them white. White is for purity. In context, it is. I'm not talking about that kind of white. Okay. So the whites documented this thing. So slaves were brought over. Okay. Now you have original people already here also. So people say, well, why do a lot of these natives here have wavy hair? I mean, the natives already here, or the black Indians, what they call, have wavy hair. Well, we have all types of hair texture. We do. Well, look at the motherland. You don't only have one type of hair texture. You see? You have all type of hair texture. You have all type of hair colors. That's us. We're the original people. We made every people. We have all type of heights. short tribes, tall tribes, and nations that's short, nations that tall, nations that's jet black, nations that more browner or redder complexion. The original man just produces these things. So a lot of times when they do call us black, they talking about a people with no nationality. When I say black, I'm talking about consciousness. I'm talking about cosmic consciousness, and I'm also talking about the most dominant force in the universe. I really want that to be known. The most dominant force in the universe. Why? Is the original people the most dominant force in the universe, because this is how Almighty Allah, the creator of all things in existence, decided or was able to make things manifest the best through, the best conduit that the creator, and the strongest conduit that the creator could manifest through is the melanic or the melanated people. Okay? So, yes, we are Allah in the flesh. We have to wake up. We have to take on responsibility. When we don't believe that we are Allah in the flesh, when we don't take on that responsibility as a deputy and become the God that we are, and know that we was made in the same image and likeness of our father and our mother, to know that. Well, if we don't know that, we're going to think we just filthy rags, as they taught us in Christianity, that we just filthy rags, that we were just born in sin, and we constantly asking for grace. We constantly asking for mercy. We won't never be nothing. We won't never take responsibility. But once we know who we are, which they don't want us to know, we begin to take responsibility. We begin to be responsible husbands. We begin to be responsible fathers. We begin to be responsible community leaders. And we look at our neighbor to the left, our neighbor to the right, our neighbor across the street in the cities as our brother, our sisters. We don't try to go and sleep with the single mother struggling with her children. Okay? We try to help the sister out. And if we had any liking towards a sister, and the sister can benefit to God, the goddess can benefit to God, the earth can benefit to God, what happens is we take her in as a wife. Or we help the sister and begin to get our wife to help the sister. This is why it's important to understand the sister is the earth. Whatever you plant in her, she grows in. The black man is the brother, is the God, and she's the earth, which is very, very compatible. Just as my signs is earth and water. Very compatible. My sun is in earth, my moon is in water. Through astrology. So it's a very balanced astrological meeting here with the conscious and subconscious, the sun and the moon. Okay, very balanced. So with the man understanding he the God, and the woman understanding that she the earth, you bring a great balance. Sometimes, as Father Allah taught us, but sometimes I would say, we know if I'm God, she God, is because we come from her. We know that, but sometimes we begin to teach that I'm God and she's goddess. We begin to teach that, we begin to crisscross our roles. When we begin to teach like Father Allah taught us, that I'm God and she's the earth, which are both gods. But now you talking about two different duties. All praises are due to Allah. This is why it's important to understand that the black woman is the earth. And she's a fertile earth. And we father, so this means father is the fat her, is a compounded word. This meaning fat her. So the father of civilization, must fat her with the true knowledge of self. The civilization, the first word in there when you see is silver. When you look at the word silver and break it down, supreme alphabet says C. To see, Islam. Victory, Islam love. It's silver. That's Civil. C, Islam, victory, Islam love. So he's the father. He fat her with seeing Islam as victory, because Islam is love, and this is what must take place with his earth. Okay, and knowing that all, when you go into the celestial part of your mind, or you go into the spirituality of it, you knowing that you is the sun and she is the moon. You know that the moon reflects it. It's a light from the sun. So this means, black man, we have a responsibility now. We must be shining. If we're going to take the identity of the sun, because our first lesson is that the sun in the supreme mathematics is this, the black man is like the sun, because the sun is the foundation of his solar system. The black man's the foundation of his family. So this means we got to be projecting a lot of light for the moon to reflect that. And we also know there's other planets. All praises due to Allah. There's other planets revolving, orbiting around the sun. So we got a great responsibility, which makes the moon have a great responsibility. If we don't have this knowledge, which is knowledge of self, we're not going to take on responsibility. We're going to fall victim to our lower chakras. Huh? Let me say that again. We're going to fall victim to our lower chakras. So I talked about today, mathematics is God. The seventh crown chakra. This is where we need to be. This is our pilgrimage. From the first chakra, the base chakra, all the way to the seventh chakra, which go with today's supreme mathematics. 1 + 6 = 7. And 7 is God. So this is our duty. Get out our lower chakra, because we stay in our lower chakra thinking we was born in sin. So this is why we being God, we being the black people, the melanated people, the melanic people, the Moor people. This is why you figure out, how can a cigarette defeat us? A little cigarette. This is going to control my life, though. I can't put this cigarette down. Huh? This little thing can control the God. How is that? Because we operating still in the first chakra. Or we operating through the third chakras, which we have to rise above. Now we go and say, how can a little joint, a blunt, control us? We can't put it down. How can a drink, we getting drunk, we can't stop drinking. How can this little thing control the most dominant force in existence? How can this control that? How can food that's not good for our health control this greatness? But we understand it cannot control it if we get up in the morning and say, who is the original man? It's an affirmation. They tell you to say, white people got all these books that tell you to say these affirmations. Those affirmations not equivalent for you when it comes to who is the original man. The original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the, father of civilization, God of the universe. How can you have a greater affirmation than that, being a melanated person? So what did the woman say? The woman say, who is the Original woman. The original woman is the Asiatic black woman. Oh, the co-maker, the co-owner, the womb of the planet Earth, mother of civilization, goddess of the universe. Ooh, that's heavy. That's responsibility. And some people are like, why I'm the co? Why I'm the co this? You don't want to cooperate with your husband? You don't want to cooperate with your God? Co means with. Mm, It don't make you lesser, black woman. You're not lesser. If I say I'm God and you the earth, you're not lesser than me. We balance. All praises are due to Allah. I'm just the projector and you the receptor. I'm just conscious and you subconscious. All praises are due to Allah. We balance. We need each other to move forth. The Holy Quran tells us that everything Allah made it in pairs. Let me say this. Allah say He made us in pairs. I'll put it like that. He made us in pairs, meaning that it have deep meanings. Okay, it have deep meanings to that. Have deep meaning. All right, but if you're a very spiritual person, you will know that we need each other. All of us. A whole nation. We need each other. And Allah wants us to father. That's why He made everything in pairs. Because He made male, female. Because He wants to father ourselves. And also on a spiritual note, to see the duality in everything. And that we may become one in everything. That's reaching our equality. That's knowing the duality is there. That's the knowledge for today. And the equality is becoming one with everything. And when we can do that, we are God. That's today's mathematics. 1-6. It's the 16th day. All being born to God. Peace and blessings, black family.